Hello, my name is Liza, and I'm an aspiring author who does not know what she's doing, so come along for the ride if you like. As a kid, I would get this great idea, and I would feel like it's a story I have to tell, and I'd start working on it, and I'd pour like my heart and soul into it for 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'd think of a brand new idea that is legendary and I have to tell it. And the old story would go by the wayside. And I would just repeat this pattern over and over again where I just wouldn't finish any story because I'd get excited about the new shiny idea every single time. And now as I get older, I recognize that there's no way I would ever be able to finish a novel with this mindset. And now I understand that in order to finish the novel, I would need to put effort and consistency into it, even when my initial motivation runs out. So that's kind of my reason for being here, for being on YouTube. I would love to share what I've done, what I'm doing, and maybe what I will be doing, and also walking through just some reflection and discovering what maybe I've done that I maybe shouldn't have done or done differently, and just having that conversation with you. If you're able to, I would love to have that feedback from you about what you do and how you handle those things and suggestions or tips that you might have. I think this could be a really cool community and an awesome place to share those experiences, thoughts, and knowledge. So I'm going to be participating in NaNoWriMo this year. I'm really excited to do it. It'll be my first time participating, and I'm actually going to be working on a story that I've already started drafting. I'm about 7,000 words in, and it's a really fun young adult fantasy adventure story with coming of age themes, and I'll talk a little bit more about that story in future videos. I also made a bullet journal, which I'll be going over in my next video. And in this bullet journal, I've created a section where I track my data, track my NaNoWriMo information, and then also break down for each chapter. So that way I can keep track of any thoughts or notes that I'm thinking of without having to stop in my drafting process. So I'll actually go through a walkthrough with you guys. So for my posting schedule, I plan to post once per week. I'm going to start with the NaNoWriMo vlogs, and then after that's over, you can still expect content from me. I'm going to be talking about things that I have done, things that I probably should have done, and things that I'd probably do differently. So for instance, I spent probably around 2 months building out a fantasy map. You probably see it right here. And it didn't turn out very well. I mean, the map looks gorgeous, but now it's kind of obsolete. And I'll talk about that process. I am a new author, so I expect that I'll make mistakes and I'll have a lot of learning opportunities, which I'm really excited about. And I'm so glad that I get to share that with you and get the opportunity to learn from you and go on this grand adventure of becoming an author. So thank you so much for tuning into my intro. I'm so excited to see you next time when I go over my bullet journal. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful day. That's a wrap. Because my legs, they're numb.